Well, good morning and welcome back to the vlog, guys. Well, I guess technically good afternoon now. You might be wondering, Kyle, why are you wearing a motorcycle jacket and why do you have a motorcycle helmet? Well, no, I do not currently have a motorcycle. Well, one second. Put this in here and all right, now, no, I don't currently have a motorcycle, although technically this thing is street legal. You know, we got plates and everything. This was a CRF 50. That is fully street legal. I put a Baja Designs lighting kit on it, wired it up, got the brakes working. I did have a license plate at one point in its lifetime, but unfortunately, I didn't renew the title, and it would be a pain to get that thing passed through inspections again now. So maybe at some point, but not currently. However, I do love motorcycles, and I've been looking for this one bike. Well, sort of two now, but the one bike is a KTM 690 Supermoto, and they only made it up until 2010 might have been the last year that they actually made it. And then they had an Enduro and a Supermoto model. The Enduro model has knobby tires. The Supermoto has street slicks on it, just like a sport bike would, but the setup and feel is the exact same as a dirt bike, essentially. So I had been looking at this bike for a long time. The only way to get them is used. So, you know, scour Craigslist, and that's really the main way to get them. Craigslist, maybe some Supermoto forums, that kind of thing. Now the other option is to buy an Enduro bike, but then you have to buy potentially a whole new set of wheels, tires, and I'm not sure if you have to like get a new set of brake calipers or just offset them so they fit the new wheels and stuff. So it was kind of a pain to do, and therefore it was also more expensive. Obviously, you're buying a brand new bike, and then on top of that you have to pay to kind of convert the Enduro into a Supermoto. So that wasn't an ideal path for me. Now KTM and Husqvarna, which is another motorcycle company, are operated, I guess, maybe by the same parent company. One maybe owns the other, I'm not really sure, but Husqvarna came out with a 701 Supermoto. Now 690 was the KTM and 701 is the Husqvarna. You might notice that there's about 11 in difference, and the reason it was the 690 KTM is because the engine is right around 690cc. Now the exact same engine is used in the 701 Supermoto. So the quality of the engine was kind of already there, and I don't know why KTM stopped and then Husqvarna picked it up. I think they operate separately, but they share the same technology. I don't know the whole story. I apologize, I haven't read up on it in a while, but either way, they came out with one. However, it started around the same price. It was around, I think, $11,000-ish new, and well, I didn't really want to spend $1,000 on a new motorcycle. I got the Tesla, obviously. Now the problem is, these motorcycles, even used, can still be expensive. So the Enduro model, used, if you're getting one that's, you know, 2 or 3 years old, even though they're $11,000 to $12,000 new with tax, title, all that stuff, used, they're still going to be in the $9,000 to $10,000 space if they're only, you know, 1 or 2 years old, low miles and all that stuff. So they're still a little pricey, but you know, they're coming down in price. Now, for the first time ever, there's, well, not for the first time this. Let me backstep. So there's a KTM dealer that's about 45 minutes from my house up in Frederick called JT Motorsports, and they actually have a used 690 Enduro that's already been outfitted with the Supermoto setup that is for sale used. And they're not asking too much above Kelley Blue Book. Actually, I don't think they're even asking above Kelley Blue Book. They might be a little bit under Kelley Blue Book, which is awesome. So I was gonna head up there just to check out the bike, and if they happen to offer a test drive, I'm not gonna say no. So yeah, that's why I have the jacket and the helmet. Obviously those are from when I had my last bike, which I sold about 2 years ago now, I think. I had an Aprilia Shiver 750, and I absolutely loved it. But you know, it was down here at my parents' house. I was obviously living up in New York for the last 3.5 years. So the only times I really ever rode it were when I was home for holidays, or if the weather was nice and I happened to be home for a weekend. So I didn't really get to ride it that much, and it just didn't make sense. The nice thing was the insurance on that bike was $300 or less per year, which is incredibly cheap, and that was full coverage, which is absurd. It was a 2008 bike, so I think I bought it used for around $5 grand. Ended up selling it for around $4, and I had it for 2.5 years or so. So, you know, it was fun. Super cheap on gas. Got like 45 plus MPG. So they're a lot of fun. Obviously dangerous, so I like to have all my protective gear. If I do a test drive, I got my jacket, got my helmet, and have some leather gloves. But yeah, so that's kind of the premise of what I'm doing today. I'm heading up to JT Motorsports up in Frederick, hoping just to check out the bike. I just want to get, I've never seen one of these in person. So I want to sort of see how tall the bike is, how it looks, what the actual setup is with the Supermoto, if anything else has been done to it. And yeah, so let's go check it out. Have made it to JT Motorsports today. Alright, so it comes with the slicks. Has some hand guards. It's pretty nice. So this is the Alta, which is a fully electric motorcycle. The charger is right there. It's pretty wild. It's no clutch, obviously. No gear shifter. Battery right there. Fully electric motorcycle to match the Tesla. What do you guys think? It's pretty wild. It's just a giant battery. A three-wheeler Can-Am Spider. Look at the girth of this back tire. It's like a car tire back here. Well, I really like that bike. Really like it. So maybe in the future there'll be a motorcycle vlog coming your way. Motorcycle vlog soon. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna go pop into a supercharger, and then I gotta go pick up some chairs and stuff with Chelsea this afternoon. So we have to drive actually down to Virginia, into Leesburg, and I'm not looking forward to that because traffic is a nightmare at that hour. It's Friday, it's rush hour, it's the summer. Sheesh. Alright, let's roll. Back to the motorcycles. Yeah, it's probably not happening anytime soon, but at the same time, it's probably gonna happen soon. So by soon, I mean like within the next year, I'd probably get another one, maybe. I guess we'll see. Within a year would be great. I love riding them. The problem is if I get one now, I'm just starting a new job. It's the end of August, and the problem is that once September hits, September, October, I guess you never know, because like last year, the year before, it stayed hot until like the middle of December. But you know, theoretically, it's going to start getting cold, and you're not going to want to ride as much. And then, you know, you bought it to ride for a month or two, and then it sits all winter. So, to me, my thinking is, if it doesn't sell, it's only going to get cheaper in the winter. So if I buy it, you know, in December, January, maybe they'd have a really good deal on it then, and I can get another like $1,000 knocked off. So I guess we'll see. We'll follow it closely. So maybe not soon, but soon. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just something to think about. So I'm gonna keep it on my mind and monitor the price. Stay tuned. All right, so I am hoping this view's okay. I know I've been playing around with different views a lot here. So yeah, that's pretty cool that they had the Alta available. 1 second. Not about it. They're fantastic. The two bikes I saw. Obviously, I went up there for the 690 Enduro with the Supermoto tires. Love that bike. Loved it for a long time. Would love that one. Then I saw that Alta up there. It looks like a ton of fun. However, part of the reason to get the motorcycle was obviously they're a ton of fun. 2, it's fun to shift through the gears on those things, you know, having the clutch and everything, whereas the electric bike doesn't. And then also having a mode of transportation, I can just hop on whenever I need to. I can fill up with gas. I get that nice engine, exhaust, revving, visceral, whatever. It sounds great, and it looks good. They're fun to ride, and you know, part of that experience is, you know, when you're on a bike, you don't have a radio, and you truly are just listening to the engine and to the bike. So, you know, having an electric motorcycle, I think would be awesome. Granted, you know, I have the electric car, having an electric bike, yeah, that would just complete the stable. But realistically speaking, you know, having the electric car, it'd be nice to have the gas-powered motorcycle. You know, phenomenal gas mileage. You still get that awesome exhaust note, throwing an aftermarket pipe on there, and you really get to enjoy that and shifting through the gears. So I think that was kind of the pull to potentially go back to a motorcycle. And obviously doing an electric bike, there are no gears. It's a fixed gear, just like the Tesla is. But the other real downside to the bikes, it's about $2,000 more than the 690 KTM bike. So cost, and then on top of that, you can't just pop into a gas station. And then also the range. The range is about 60 miles. And it's less than that on the highway, because on the highway you actually get even worse range, because it's just such a small battery that, you know, it's not aerodynamic, obviously, because you're just sitting on top of it and the wind's hitting you. So if you're doing highway speeds, anything over 50, 60 miles an hour, like maybe 40 to 50 miles out of that bike. So more expensive, even less range than a normal at least a normal motorcycle. Usually you get like 100 to 150 miles of range or so, because typically it's like a 2.5 to 3.5 gallon tank, and you're getting anywhere from like 40 to 60 mpg. Then you can just fill up instantly. With the electric motorcycle, you're not only getting half of that range, but then you would have to make sure that you were essentially back home. So you really couldn't go more than 30 miles away from wherever you were. Otherwise it would take forever to charge that battery, and that's a real pain in the end. So yeah, not really ideal. Plus you don't get the exhaust note, you don't get to shift through the gears. You know, it's a lot of fun having that back in my life. Obviously I get the performance, the acceleration in this car, get the luxury of having AC and a radio, and then you go to the bike when you just want to have fun, you know, cruise around on the weekend, ride through the twisties. So that's sort of where I'm thinking as far as this stuff goes. So we'll see. Maybe they'll come down in price. Probably not, is my guess. Oh yeah, there we go. You gotta love that tire screeching. Just flooring it in the Tesla and spinning tires. Whew. Anyways, I'm gonna finish my Nutter Butter real quick. So that's sort of my thought process on getting a bike. The only other option is to either buy, you know, like a used Lotus or Aston Martin in a manual, have fun with those. However, those are, you know, you're probably looking $40,000 to $50,000. The other option, sell the Tesla, upgrade in about a year, sell it, upgrade, start looking into, you know, used Lamborghini Gallardo. Probably won't touch Ferraris. The older models I don't really like. The F430 is still pretty expensive, and I feel like I never see a ton when I'm looking online, so I don't know if there's just not a lot out there or if they all blew up. I don't know. The other option would be like an MP412C McLaren. You get the billionaire doors. I mean, come on, you want doors that go like this, not like this. I don't know. We'll see. It's a lot of just what ifs up in the air. I'm always looking, always open to new ideas. So we'll see what comes my way, and we'll see what actually happens. But I think we're probably gonna wrap it up here. I'm just driving out to Leesburg to pick up some chairs, and that's incredibly boring. So are my rants. So I apologize. But anyways, guys, let me know in the comments. What do you guys want to see? I mean, I'd love to have a second car, or upgrade this in a year or two to a faster, different car. I don't know. The motorcycle is just kind of the easy option to go to in the meantime. That's low cost, minimal maintenance, and you get to have fun on it. So I just, you know, I don't know what people want to see. I guess we'll find out. You know, if you guys are enjoying these videos, hit that like button, subscribe, and until next time, guys, thanks for watching.